Hi there, it's Philip with Keymate. Today I wanted to show you a few different new features that we've launched in order to drastically improve the experience with managing and building your memory that can ground your AI work. So I'm going to walk through a few different things, and what you're seeing right now is the new platform that you can access through app.keymate.ai. All of our users have access to this platform where they can upload PDFs, add links, create folders of documents, and interact with their various documents, chats, and links. So let me walk you through a few things. So what you're seeing right here is you see the PDF section. It's actually your library where you'll be able to have all of your different PDFs, as well as links, which I'll go into in a second. And we're eventually going to add in more file formats as well. So first things first, if you want to add in a PDF to this library, you just click the new button and then you click new source, and it will give you the option to drag and drop files right here for PDFs. You can also click and select as well. Just by clicking on it, it will open up the page, and then you can select a PDF, hit open, upload, and you're good to go. Now, you may have noticed, but it said to click and drag your PDF files here. So we also have the ability to upload multiple files. Now, it's not endless. There is some limitation to it, so it may take some more time to upload each PDF individually. But that way, if you've got a group of 4 or 5 PDFs, you just want to add them in, you can just click and drag them into there. The other cool feature that we have now is that you can save links. And so what saving a link does is it actually pulls all of the text from a page and then stores it into your Keymate memory. So I can save the Keymate.ai website if I want. So I'll just hit upload there, and it will do that also. And if it's able to pull an image, it'll pull an image here, but here's the details of it. And what it's doing right now in the back end is it's indexing that into your memory. So I can, a few things that I can do now with these different saved PDFs and links. I can click to look at them. So it actually pulls up the PDF. So you can just take to view to check to make sure it's the right one, or even if you wanted to reference it, like I see this is new 2, but what is new 2 actually? Let me double check. I can do that to take a look. You can't do that with links just yet, but we are working on adding that as well. And then there's a few things that you can also do. So you see this folder here. You can create folders now to organize your files. So I can do new folder, Keymate info, create, and then I can just select which files I want to add into that folder. So let's do these ones. I've selected those 3 files. You go over here, and there's an option to move sources right here. Move sources, select Keymate info, and it gets moved into that folder. The other thing you can do is directly from here, you can choose to chat with any PDF. So I can either select this button here and go over here to this chat with GPT there, or I can click the 3 buttons here and select a chat right here. So let's do that, and I'll show you what happens. What it does is it pulls you right up into the GPT, loads in that PDF, and then it's going to ask it to basically summarize it. It's the starting point of chatting with that PDF. It's basically loading it in from your memory and making sure that it has the data, and then you can ask it other questions that you want to ask it based off of what it answers. So it's going to talk to searchweb.keymate.ai. Check to make sure I'm signed in. I was playing around with it yesterday. I see it starting action. It's interesting. They don't have the spinning wheels that they normally have. Maybe they've recently updated the UI. And so while this is loading in the PDF information, I'll also mention a few other things. Not only can you choose to chat with one PDF, but you can actually select multiple PDFs. So you can chain PDFs together and then choose to chat with all 3 of them. Now, keep in mind, what this does is it actually pulls in each PDF individually and asks Keymate to go and look through them, provide the context, and then summarize it. So if you select multiple PDFs, it will take a longer time for it to process, usually anywhere between 15 to 30 seconds per PDF. And it's limited based off of context and based off of the time that we have to make that action call. So we have some, basically the time that the API can be called is limited. So usually you can do about 3 to 4 PDFs max before it says, hey, it's just run too long and it won't work. But you can see here it gave a quick summary of the PDF that I showed there. So that's great. Now, let's say you wanted to go even deeper into your files and search through them. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the search functionality, which allows you to search through your entire memory. So this search button takes you to your Keymate index memory. So this is not just the files that you saw in the library, but it's also any chats that you've added and any links that you've added. So I was doing a test earlier and I have this thing that says Hello World. I actually sent that to my memory from my GPT, from my Keymate GPT. And so all of these different chats are compiled. And what's great about this is we can actually send Keymate to your memory and have it read your memory, which is different than just reading a single PDF. So I can write any query in here. It can be a search term, or it can be a phrase or a question, and it will basically look for the context within your memory that's based off of that question, and then it will float the most important results that it's found. And this is based off of a semantic search and vectorized database storage. So that's kind of the methodology, utilizing RAG, if you're familiar with that terminology. Now, it's going to pull in what it sees as the most interesting, and you can choose to chat with this entire result. Now, it's going to be within the limits, of course, of context, but as context gets longer and larger, you'll be able to pull even more and more from your memory. So I can actually say, hey, I want to chat with all of my results from a certain query from my memory. And all I have to do is click this new chat button, and it will actually pull a unique reference to your memory, and it will be able to look directly at your memory and pull from all of that information. So this is actually a faster way at looking at multiple files, because if you're looking for a specific topic across multiple PDFs, then you just search the topic. It'll pull all of the resources that it's able to find that's related to those topics from every single text chunk that you wanted to, every single text chunk that's in your memory, and it will look through all of those all the way through to its context limit, which is quite high now and is only going to get higher. So as it's doing that, I'm going to show you one other thing, and then I'll come back to this. Let's say, hey, this is really great, but I actually wanted to only look at a small subset of my memory. Well, you can do this currently with foldering. And so this Keymate info folder now has a unique filtered index within your memory. And so if you select this folder and go to, actually select, you don't have to select the folder. You click the 3 dots here and click search. It's going to take you over into the search. And you can see here that it's filtered based off of Keymate info, which means that the only results that you'll see here in your memory are going to be the ones directly connected and related to that folder. And so that's going to be great for you to isolate specific subsets of your memory that you want to access and search through. So I say to people that if you want to work with multiple PDFs, create a folder with those PDFs and then search in that folder, which will allow you to deploy a chat that goes directly to the memory that's filtered based off of what's only specifically within that memory. And that will give you an even larger larger context ability to interact with PDFs, with multiple PDFs. So that is a few of the new features that we have added to Keymate over the past few weeks. And we have a lot of amazing and exciting things coming up soon. So I hope that you stay tuned with us as we reveal and launch even more things. In terms of building out your memory, as many of you have seen already, it still works the same way that it did before within the GPT. You can tell the GPT to store things. You can have it referencing from the internet and then ask it to store it, and we'll all go here, right here into your memory. And so you can always go to app.keymate.ai, you log in, and you're able to manage your memory and also add in new files and new documents from links and PDFs. Great. Please do subscribe to this channel for more information on what Keymate can do for you and the different use cases solving your problems using Keymate.